Breaking news out of the tropics. Hurricane Matthew, now a Category 4 storm, slowly making its way through the eastern Caribbean.
And Viper 5 pretty active at this hour as well, with lightning and some strong storms. Let's get right over to Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel. Steve.
It is a busy afternoon. We'll start off with a hurricane first. Winds at 140 miles an hour, a clearly visible eye now in the last few hours as it churns across the Caribbean. The winds intensifying, low wind shear, extremely warm water here, and tapping into all of that. Headed next toward Jamaica, but it has to do a right turn first. That happens on the weekend. There are the latest coordinates. The winds at 140, moving west-southwest at 9. It's actually dipping a little farther south in towards South America. That is short term, though. Eventually it turns toward the northwest. That is Sunday, 2 p.m. Weakens a little bit to a Category 3. A little bit of interaction there with the trough that's coming down across the U.S. There's a Category 3 major hurricane making landfall or very close to Jamaica. That is Monday, 2 p.m. Tuesday, 2 p.m., we've cut across Cuba, weakening a little bit more. Interaction with land here. Some wind shear likely at this point, too. Winds at 105 miles an hour. The Bahamas next. This is Wednesday at 2 p.m. This is almost the closest approach to us, where we get within about 200 to 250 miles away from the storm. The track has shifted a little to the west with the latest advisory. Not much of a surprise, considering a lot of the computer models have also done that. And at this point, tropical storm force winds stretch out almost 200 miles. So on this track, we could certainly feel close to tropical storm force winds in some of the outer bands on Wednesday and possibly even Thursday. There are the computer model tracks this afternoon. As I said, some of them have shifted more toward the west. There's not a great consistency here. They're not tightly clustered out 4 and 5 days, so there is still some uncertainty. Why the uncertainty? Well, it all has to do with timing. The Bermuda High trying to build back in. There's a strong trough. There's a little channel here where this will funnel through, cutting across Cuba and then off in toward the Bahamas. But if the high is a little bit stronger, the trough a little bit weaker, it has a chance to move a little farther to the west and become more of a threat to South Florida. That's the concern at this point. Some of the models indicating that it may be underestimating the strength of that high pressure system, and we could see a little bit further track toward the west. Here are the highlights, though. Major hurricane Category 4 turning north on Sunday. Off our coast by a couple hundred miles on Wednesday and Thursday. We will feel the outer bands here, gusty winds and some heavy rainfall for the middle of next week.